Hi friends, welcome to my second rambling video. This one, so I wanted to do this for a little while, and this one, I'm going to talk about my favorite game of the years, well, my top 10 favorite game of last year, 2021. Just one thing before we start, you can see I'm with my little buddy here, Ashley, and you might remember that from the first video, I wasn't with my little buddy Ashley, and that's because it's the second time I tried to do this video, and the first time the streaming software crashed. It was the NVIDIA thingy, and it crashed. Not it crashed, but it didn't record properly. Bug. It wasn't my fault. It was literally the fault of the program. So I don't take any blame for it. I'm gonna do a very quick resume of what happened. So I fought a giant fish and then found the key that let me found Ashley, the daughter of the president. And she probably has a virus in her, and I also have the virus, and their stupid plan is to send the daughter of the president back with the virus, and whatever. And I fought a bunch of people, and now I'm trying to extract from the village with the daughter of the president, Ashley. I'm sorry it didn't work last time. I changed my recording program, and hopefully this time it'll work. Yeah, so this the second video I do like this. The first one was about the top 10, my top music of last year, 2021. This one's gonna be about my top video game of 2021. One thing I want to say though is that if you're curious about my opinion in video game, I do a podcast with one of my friends that is on my website, olivierbouchard.com. It's olivierb.org. Sorry. I don't remember. One is the Algigantic. Okay, well, let's try right. Whatever. olivierb.org. There's gonna be a 6-hour podcast where me and my friend, we talk about all the video game we played in the year, and there is also a few 6-hour podcasts for the previous year. So like if you're a crazy person like me that love talking about video game, it's the time to go there. Otherwise here I'm just gonna talk about my 10 favorite. And again, it's gonna be super rumbly because it's gonna be me trying to play this stupid game that is very tense without Huda.
Leon!
Oh yeah, I saw the thing actually. Oops. Yeah. And this is not a good start. Really not a good start. What do I have weapon-wise? I have the shotgun, I have grenades. I have the sniper that I should reload. How do you reload? Wait, do I not? Oh, this is shotgun bullets, so I don't have any bullets for the sniper. Okay. So, let's see what I can do. So I'll try to not die this time, and we'll see what we can do after. Ashley. Can I like run past him and... Hup. Oh. Wall. I'm sorry, Ashley. This is gonna be complicated, I feel. I don't remember also. I can tell her to wait or come with me. Okay. We'll get it, we'll get it.
Follow me.
Wait, what? Oh, so we come from the other side, okay. I guess that makes some sort of sense. I don't feel it makes a lot of sense, but whatever. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. I see, I see, I see. And can we... Okay. Running away! Ah! Okay, where's the fucking key? It's probably in there. Yeah, it's probably in there. Is there a big rock I can get? No. There. So I'm gonna try to survive this and then we're gonna talk. Okay. No, don't. Why is he going for Ashley? Asshole. I'm sorry. So let's start about video game, whatever. I'm gonna finish by having this one day, or maybe I'm not even gonna be able to get it. I'm annoyed that I can't skip this cutscene, or maybe I can. We'll say about that. Yes, we can. So my number 10 video game of last year is a little game called Wildermyth. So if you haven't heard about Wildermyth, it's like a XCOM like TTRPG, you would say. Yeah, it's an XCOM like turn-based game with like RPG element. The thing that... Ugh, no! Okay, no! Please don't grab Ashley, please don't grab Ashley. Where's the stupid key? I think it's here. So the thing that makes this game special is that it has a shrimp. Yeah. Please don't grab Ashley, please don't grab Ashley. It's not even the key. Where's the key? Okay, got it. So the thing that made the game special is that basically that's procedurally generated stories. So it's gonna be like the game's gonna create you a bunch of character at the beginning. Well, every time you recruit a new character, it's gonna procedurally create a character, basically. Oh, fuck that. Yeah, it's gonna procedurally create a character. Now that we're done with this, I can talk for real. And like by having like comic booky scene, it's gonna create interaction with those characters, and it can swap in the comic book the character around, so to create like procedurally generated stories. And obviously those stories are gonna have an interplay with what's happening in the TTRPG element part of the game. So let's say you're
what are you selling?
Let's say you have two characters that are often like together. Maybe they're gonna become rivals, or maybe they're gonna become friends and like fall in love, and you know, their relationship will evolve, which is cool.
What are you buying?
And I think it does with that. Is also that like from time to time in the campaign there's gonna be kind of
Is that old?
I'm gonna buy one. There's gonna be like kind of a time skip moment, and from that time skip moment, like obviously the relationship between the character and what happened to them will obviously evolve, and sometimes they'll have kids and stuff like that, so you're gonna come back later and yeah, when you're gonna get back the game, when you're gonna get back to the game, your character will age and it can die of old age and whatever. And the game is set up in multiple campaigns. I think there's 5 at the moment. And your character will reappear from campaign to campaign. I'm gonna read this and then I'm going back to Wildermyth. Village's last defense. I clearly underestimated the American agent's ability. He is still alive. I thought that we could wait until the egg hatched, but at this rate he could destroy the whole village before it does. We must take care of this nuisance. We shall change our priorities. For the time being, we will seize or hunt for Lewis and ambush the 2 Americans. There is a building used to enlighten betrayer just beyond the point where you get off the lift. It's a perfect place for ambushing them. If all else fails, they still would need to face me in order to get past the last gate that leads out of the village. For only before my sight will the gate open. Okay, good to know. So yeah, and I would say like the biggest flaw of Wildermyth is that the TTRPG part of it is not so strong, in that I'd say it's a little unremarkable. What is good about it though is that it's designed with enough care that you need to take care about the strategy and not just like be a dumbass and do whatever. So it's better made. It's kind of better made than it has any right to be for worse or better. And it makes you care for those. Well, it makes you, the stories, because they're procedurally generated, are never like that complex or that nuanced, but because those are characters that are like, you kind of grow an attachment to those characters, and obviously what happens to them, and it creates like super cool stories to have. That's funny. I like getting shot too when I'm on a... Oh, that asshole. And yeah, I'm not such a big fan of the art style for whatever it's worth, and like, again, as I said, the TTRPG part of the game is not that special, and the story themselves are also not like, it's not your next grand fantasy novel, but it plays with the cliche, but like, because you're interacting with the game, it makes those cliches way more interesting to go through. I think we are talking a lot about like narrative building block, and it's one of the games that managed to do that the best. I don't think it's the only one, and I don't think it'll be the only ones, and I think it might get surpassed in the next coming year, but it does really good. And also, it's one of those good games that manage to evoke a little the vibes of tabletop RPG. I think I even called it TTRPG, even though it's not really one. There's a merchant here and a save point there, so should I go back? I think I should go back before like getting out the funiculaire. Okay, so this is this way. Okay, this is this way. I forgot something. And that's my take for World Limit. I think for like something made on a very small scale, it's super impressive what it managed to do, and like, yeah, of course. And I'm not gonna say it succeeds at creating the most memorable stories, but it succeeds at creating a memorable character with whom you're gonna have those stories, so that in itself is super cool. My number 9 game of the year is a game called Jet the Farsher, so it's made by Super Brother, whoa! No! So Super Brother, they develop
Follow me.
dumbass killed himself. I don't remember the iPhone game, the name of the iPhone game. That was made with Cappy, and that was super popular. Super Brother Sword and Sorcery. So cool game. And they kind of disappeared for a whole decade, and then they reappear today and release Jet the Farsher, which is a game where you play as a bunch of space scouts, basically trying to establish... Basically trying to establish... like at the beginning of the game, you're going out of your planet, which is in the at the end we would say of a climate calamity, where obviously there's not enough resource for humans to live there, and as the scout, you're gonna be trying to establish if the planet where you got to is livable, and how to establish a new colony there. And it's a supremely weird game because it used, like, it invented this whole culture for the human, which is obviously has a lot of
Is that old
like, it maps with other culture in the world, but it's not exactly the same, and it's not similar. And basically, the planet where they're trying to establish is like both something that came from science, but also there's a lot of spirituality and faith, which is not, like, the way it's treated is that science and faith play together and they play together, and they're not opposite in this culture, which is in itself a super cool and interesting take on this. Really, it's a really strong story itself. The presentation is amazing. The music is amazing, and it has like at least 3 set pieces that I can think of that are like some of the coolest shit I've ever seen in video games.
You better stay outside.
But-
Ashley, go hide.
Yeah.
But there's a but. I remember this. Oh yeah. It's a fight to the death, my dude. Cool code though. Oh yeah.
Hasta luego.
Yeah, Leon's a cool dude. Fuck yeah. Same, really. So I'm gonna take this. And fight. Ah! Nope. No knife. So, like, yeah, the biggest problem with Jet the Far Shore, as much as it's one of the coolest things you will have seen in your life, the problem is that you kind of have to play it, and the gameplay itself is not great. I would even say that it's actually pretty fucking bad most of the time. Is there stuff up there? Where are you, piece of shit? You have? Yeah, I have enough shotgun bullet to go crazy with my shotgun shot. No! to prepare. Yeah, so yeah, the gameplay is super disappointing, and it's especially extremely finicky in a very frustrating manner. And it's disappointing because like everything else about the game is like super cool, and it's easy to think back on it and be, yeah, this is really one of the coolest things I've ever played, but really when you're into it, it's often really frustrating more than anything else. So I got an asshole. I cannot, like, in good conscience put it higher than my number 9, even though, like, if it succeeded in everything it was trying to do, it would be like something I would consider to be as good as some of the recent classic we had. And I'm thinking something like Outer Wild, which is amazing. So yeah, an extremely cool game at the end of the day, but one that's too flawed to be, I don't know, for me to recommend without any caveat. I got the false eyes. And money. Yeah.
Are you okay, Leon?
Yes, I am. I'm cool dude, Leon. Never forget that. And that was it for Jet the Farsher. At number 8, I have Death's Door, which is the second game from the Titan Soul developers. So Titan Soul was like kind of a minimalistic tales on the minimalistic take on the Souls-like. Death's Door is more like a complete Zelda type game with.
Good things. What are you selling?
It has.
What are you buying? Thank you.
Like it has also like that precise fighting of a Souls-like, but like it's really not as hard. It's a much simpler game difficulty-wise, but it still will push against you more often than most AAA would do nowadays. I like it. It does nothing new, nothing special, but I just think it's well. It's extremely well crafted, and like it has the thing that is special, we would say, is that it has its own vibe. So you're basically playing as a crow. You're basically playing as a crow. Sorry, and you work for death basically, and you're basically trying to get people that refuse to die and like bring them to death for real. And it obviously, you talk about like accepting death, but like it never does it in heavy-handed way, nor does it in a disrespectful way. Like it's kind of cute and it's kind of cutesy about it, but never in a disrespectful manner. And it ends up being like a game that has a lot of a very strong feeling of melancholia without being heavy-handed. And again, just think it is super cool. I need to get that asshole right. Yes. Go. Wait, what? What? It's way too much of them. Run, Ashley. Okay, no, I'm just running away. And yeah, it's beautifully crafted. The graphics are beautiful. The music is great. Like, it doesn't have a special story, nor like it's gonna change, like, gameplay wise. It is that impressive. Well, it's very finely tuned, but like it's never surprising, I would say. But like
You take that one.
Okay.
it would be hard for me to hold it against it when it's such a well-made game. And that's door.
Come on.
Yeah.
End of chapter. I think we are in the chateau now. Also, I know Ash laser thing, but I don't really wanna healer. Want to keep the healing stuff for me, but like if we get to a point where it needs to be done, it will be done.
Welcome. Got some rare things on. What are you
Cool.
selling? Is that all? Is that all? What are you buying? Not enough cash.
Okay, so I'm just waiting until I can buy the new attaché case. Ooh, new shotgun. Oh. So I could sell my sniper and buy the new sniper. I have the Punisher. Should I get the Black Tail instead? Like, I
What are
don't...
you buying?
1.3, 0.4. So 1.3
What are you
versus
buying?
1.6? Fuck. This
Is
one's
that all?
better.
Thank you.
So I need to
What
sell
are you
my other
selling?
Punisher.
Thank you.
And then
What
I
are
can
you
buy
buying?
on
Is
this
that all,
thing.
stranger? Thank you.
That's good to have. And then like I'd like to buy the Riot Gun 32k.
What are you selling?
How do you give me for my shotgun? Oh,
Thank you.
can
What are you
buy
buying?
the new
Is
shotgun.
that all?
And can I do that with
What are you
the...
selling? Is that all? Thank you.
rifle? 20k
What are you
for...
buying?
Ah! 25k. Yeah,
What are you selling?
we're good.
Thank you. What are you buying? Is that all, strange? Thank you.
Cool. Ah, maybe one day.
What are you buying?
And obviously.
Not enough cash.
Yeah, okay.
Come back anytime.
Okay. Yeah, so my number 7 is Tales of Arise from the series Tales, which is obviously this very, well, it's this JRPG series that is very cliche, we would say. Like, it's often compared as, like, the fast food of JRPGs, and Tales of Arise is very much that. But like, what I really love about it is that it's such a maximalist take in that like it has. It's not just that it has one cliche; it has every fucking cliche in the book. Like your character is an amnesiac, and he lives with a full-on iron mask on his face, and he doesn't know why. And then he's gonna meet this woman that comes from like obviously what should be is should be her enemy, but obviously they're gonna end up like working together. Cool. And have similar plan because you know, everybody has a cool secret and everything, and oh yeah, I remember this shit. Nah. Oh, I should died. I think I'm gonna let her stay here and then like try to deal with everybody.
Wait.
Okay. It has one of the craziest like anime intro with the music and everything I've ever seen. It also like the combat is super colorful and everybody's like screaming their attack while they fight. So obviously that's all those crazy cliche, and it's just really it's just a joy to go through for me. Like even though it's like kind of silly. You could even argue that like it veers on stupid, but like if you enjoy the melodrama of JRPG, it is. I don't know, I think calling it like fast food JRPG, like a lot of people seems to call it, is like reductive. And I'm someone who was fairly disappointed in JRPGs recently. Oh shit. Shit. Where are you? Ah! So I guess that wasn't the plan either. Yeah, if like JRPG melodrama is your jam, you should try it. I haven't finished it, so like maybe it like can lose the thread by the end, but frankly, like the 20-hour I've played of it is just like such a joy for me that like I'd be surprised. Come on! Well, I guess we'll have to maybe heal her. Or is there another way? Like here? Like, can I get them from there? No. I can get this dude though.
Follow me.
That was Tales of Arise. My number 6th game is... Oh, come on.
No.
That's frustrating. Okay. Let's see here. I'm gonna be nice. And then we'll try to play the thing semi-carefully. Okay, so my number 6 game is Hitman 3, the last game obviously in the new Hitman trilogy. And it's kind of a, like, it could have been a victory lap for them, but like it's kind of not, in that the game is like fairly experimental with the structure. And like, I feel like the biggest example I can give is that like where's that other one that shoots me all the time?
Wait.
It's gonna be behind me, I guess. Okay. Like they took risk with their level, and they're pushing what their engine can do basically with their level. Can I? Yeah, I can get it from here. Like the two biggest examples basically are the second and the third level. So the second level is a level that you can play fully. You don't have to, but you can play it fully as a point and click. And like it just become a puzzle, whole puzzle game from that point. Like you don't have to engage with like the regular assassination stuff, I would say. Where's that other one? I feel okay.
Follow me.
Ah, there. Where is it?
Wait.
I'm getting shot at and I don't know where. Is that here? Yeah. Okay. I think I should be safe.
Follow me.
And then there's the third level, which is Berlin, which is a whole map where, well, cool shit. Where basically you are hunted by 10 hitmen, and it's you against them. like in a Battle of Wits. Okay, they're not that smart in game concept. It's a Battle of Wits, like
Welcome.
which Hitman is the best one.
Got some
And
rare things on. What are you
I don't
buying?
know. It's just such a cool level to go through.
What are you selling?
And
Is that all?
you know, it doesn't always work. I think the Shanghai level is not super great, and there's the last level which is very linear, and that doesn't work for it, man.
Leon, where's your current location?
We decided to lay low in a castle, but it looks like it was a bad move.
Of course.
Meaning,
Well, it appears that this castle's also connected with the Los Illuminados. You must not get many visitors here, because they're giving me one hell of a welcome.
sounds bad. I have an idea, Leon. I need you to...
What? Repeat, Hunnigan.
Oh yeah, I left that bit.
Just my luck.
Ah. No, I thought we would see the villain of the castle already, but it's gonna be later, but I love him. Yeah, it doesn't always work, but you know, when it does, it's really great. And Hitman in general, I think, is probably one of the best. Oh shit. It's all around like one of the best AAA, well, triple or double A, depends on how you want to call it, but like it, for my money, one of the coolest thing in big budget video game right now. So like, even though like there's enough new stuff to justify a sequel, but like even if there hadn't been, I would probably still put that game fairly high. Okay. That's for it, man. My game number 5 is Psychonauts 2, so this long in development. No! Come on. This game's starting to get hard. So the long in development sequel to Psychonauts that was not kickstarted, but like crowdfunded a few years ago, but like before Psychonauts was, before Double Fine was bought by Microsoft, though obviously I think they said that like the Microsoft acquisition let them like properly finish the game they wanted with the budget. Budget-wise? And frankly, I feel like Psychonauts 2 in general is just a game that's hard to fault in many ways. Like it doesn't have what I would call a lot of flaw. Basically, its biggest flaw for me is that the gameplay itself, the platforming, is a little unremarkable when stuff like Mario Odyssey exists, or like better game exists in the same genre, but like obviously the reason you're coming to Psychonauts is for the art direction and the story, and I think those two parts are fairly, well, are really strong, and they don't disappoint. And like, if you could say that the gameplay itself is not special, oh shit. Is there another behind me? Oh yes, there is. Like, if you could say that the gameplay itself is not special, just exploring those worlds and having to interact in those worlds that are very well realized is in itself like the reward of those games, I would say. Like the fun part of those games. And I think for what it's worth, Psychonauts 2 deliver, and obviously they do very well with the story. It's a story about mental health, and it's not it's treading with just enough of a light touch without being disrespectful to the subject for it to work, and it's very good. I need to put the platinum sword in here. Die. Got it. No more enemies. And yeah. Oops. Did I say the wrong place? Okay, no, I'm in the right spot. Just give me a second, I'll be back in Cisco. And I am back, testing. Yeah, so that was Psychonauts 2. Let's play out that cutscene.
Louis.
I've got something for you guys. What? Oh, shit! I must have dropped it when I was running away from them.
Dropped what?
A drug that'll stop your convulsions. Look, I know you're carriers. You've been coughing up blood, right?
Yeah.
And you?
Yes.
Damn it! The eggs have hatched. We don't have much time.
What are you talking about?
I have to go back and get it.
Let me come with you.
No. You stay here with Leon.
Yeah,
He's better with the ladies.
come on. You just drop stuff randomly like this.
It makes me feel better. Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah. I don't believe it. So. Well, dumbass. Did they open the door? Yes, they do. No! So after Psychonauts 2, my number 4 game is a game called Chivalry 2. It's a multiplayer, basically, chivalry simulator. I'm not the biggest multiplayer person. The last multiplayer game I really got into was Titanfall 2, but like even that one was super stressful to me. And the thing I like about Chivalry, so it's basically a game where obviously you're gonna play a bunch of knights fighting against each other, and it's... I heard the noise. Okay, where are they? They're here. Come at me, bunch of assholes. And yeah, it has a fairly complex, like, combat system, but like the thing I like the most about it is that it's actually so chaotic. So the main game is 32 people against 32. Oh, I get who's shooting at me now. What the fuck? What the hell? Yeah, it's gonna be 32 against 32 people, and it becomes this chaotic nightmare of like knights with pike and halberds like smashing into each other, and it becomes quite an enjoyable mess. And the game like kind of encouraged you to play stupidly, not stupidly, but like just to have fun with it. Like even though you're not a pro, so one of the way it does that is that it spawns you running towards the melee, and it always spawns you with another wave of people, so you're never completely alone. And that's two good ways it does that, but also one thing I like is that some of the map you will start as a peasant. So your first spawn is gonna be as a peasant. Oh shit. And you know, like as a peasant, obviously, like the fight is unfair, but you can still fight against knights and like survive for a little while. So it creates this weird fun mechanic where maybe sometimes the odds are stacked against you, maybe sometimes the odds are on your side, but like it doesn't mean that you're gonna win or that you're gonna lose, and like it doesn't. Like it's fun that the game throws the balance out of the window just for the small little moment, so you can have fun with it, and then obviously the balance come back later in the match, so it's not like frustrating in itself. It's just like it's probably the most fun I had in a multiplayer game in a long time, and just that it embraced the inherent silliness of like multiplayer mayhem, basically is what makes it special for me. My number 3 game of the year is Returnal. Returnal is the PS5 exclusive by Housemarque. Housemarque, which is known to make like these very arcadey game. Oh, I love that dude. Yes.
I was starting to wonder when you might notice us.
Who are you?
Me llamo Ramon Salazar, the 8th Castellan of this magnificent architecture. I have been honored with the prodigious power from the great Lord Sadler. I've been expecting you, my brethren.
No thanks, bro.
Oh my, you got a feisty one. If you care for your own well-being,
Bro.
I suggest you surrender yourself and simply become our hostage. Or Mr. Scott, you can give us the girl because you're not worth a penny, I'm afraid. You can die.
I'm never turning into one of them. Never.
Got that right. We'll find a cure.
Yeah. Okay, I have a save point here. 2 ways I can go. Okay. Well, I won't be able to go this way. Obviously. Okay. So yeah, Returnal developed by Housemarque. These arcade developer, though, it's their first full-on AAA game, we could say. So it's their full-on full-budget game. But even though like it's a big game, it is. It still have a roguelike format, and the roguelike format is probably the biggest issue I have with this game. Because the run themselves can be very long, and they don't. How can I say it? They don't differentiate themselves that much. Like the ooh, cool stuff. Each run end up being very similar to each other in a way that makes the replayability kind of not on the same level as other roguelikes. Let's talk about this. Capture Lucera. I have confirmation that Sarah has entered the castle. Why he would return during his escape leaves me to question his motives, but we must seize this moment and capture him. We will get the other 2 Americans after we apprehend Sarah. It appears he took some of the vaccine when he stole our sample. The vaccines we can do without, but we must retrieve the sample for it is our lifeblood. I feel there's somebody else or some other group involved in this whole affair. If the sample were to get into the hands of that other entity, the world which we seek to create will not come. We must apprehend Sarah as quickly as possible. Sorry. Cool. Ah yeah, the prison. And the thing that makes Returnal, I feel, that Save Returnal, despite these flaws, is really that like, as a flow game, as a game, that's like a pure skill, but like puts you in a very heightened state when you play it, like where you grip your controller, having these intense fight. I think it's just like extremely effective. I remember these dude. So it's not for everybody, and it's a fairly hard game. Okay. Why are you? What? Ah! Fuck! Talking of flow, I'm in a moment where I can rush. Yes. I think I'm gonna go save again because I don't want to have to redo this shit. Yeah, I mean, like, Returnal just has some crazy gripping moment for a game like this, and just like to add, for the type of game it is, like the story and especially the presentation is... Oh, I think we're getting attacked from people, but whatever. The story and especially the presentation is really top notch. And yeah. Might be too hard for some people, but like if it's your jam, I would heavily recommend it. At number 2, and I guess fits what we're doing. At number 2, I have Resident Evil 8 Village, and I wasn't a Resident Evil 7 player because that game is too scary for me, and I'm fairly bad. Oh, I don't have bullet anymore. I'm fairly bad with scary game, if you don't know me. Resident Evil 8 is not. Did I forget anything downstairs? Resident Evil 8 is not that scary of a game, except for one. That's good to have. One part is considered to be really scary, and it is, but it's just... Really, it's a camp masterpiece, so it's very much the set pieces version of a Resident Evil game, where they do set pieces of horror stuff, but like in a very, very campy fashion, and like... Oh shit. And just for me, it just owns how fucking silly and how fucking camp those games can be. And just, I think pacing wise, where's... Got you. Pacing wise, it's probably one of the best paced AAA game in a very long time. It has like, I would call like just, oh, I remember this part being nightmarish, so that wasn't my plan. I'll just run around and try to make it work. Okay. I'm moving away from here. Thank you for the bullets, I needed those. Yeah, pacing-wise, Resident Evil Village is crazy good, and like a complaint you have a lot about Resident Evil, including the fourth one that I'm playing right now, is that generally the last third of it is always like the weakest part, and I've heard a lot of people complain about the last third of Village, but for me, like it has one moment that pacing wise I haven't found like crazy good, but like it's a very short. Like I would say it's an hour into a 9-hour game of pacing that's like not the best, and considering AAA game, I think for my money, AAA game are not that well paced as much as Resident Evil is, and just like I'm excited to replay it because it has so much character and so many great moments. How I survived this? I'm just running around, taking all the bullet I can. And it's amazing, really. And yeah, for like, I wouldn't say the story is good, but like if you take it for the camp it wanna be, it's super fun. And I would definitely recommend it, even though like you're not into our game most of the time. Bar one bit that is scary, but worst case scenario, like.
Wait.
I would say you should probably spoil it for yourself if you don't know if you can. It's really fucking short. Ah. Come on. This is a lot of enemies. Yeah, Resident Evil 8. Camp masterpiece. I've rarely liked a game this much, especially a AAA game. Go Ashley, you can do it.
Look, there's a crank over there.
Go crank that, Ashley.
Watch out for me.
I will, I will. And my last game, my number one game, is a small game called Fable. So if you haven't seen Fable, it's this Mebius-inspired fantasy game. Mebius is an European science fiction. No. Is a science fiction artist, European science fiction comic book artist. And where's she? Where's she? This is a lot. Give me just a second. And it's funny because, like, it is it is very much a vibes game. Like, it's one of those games where it's basically an indie take on Breath of the Wild, but like it's very much a game where there's no fighting, so you're just going around exploring the world on this cool, like it's a cool sci-fi world, and you have like this cool overbike, and it's a rite of passage where you're supposed to find like what's gonna be your future let's call it a profession, or like your future what you're gonna be devoted to as a person. And you're just exploring the world and visiting like places to try to find that, basically. Yeah, I'm here. And it is a really pretty game. It's just a super cool world to live in. It's a little more clunky than Breath of the Wild is. It's very much inspired by Breath of the Wild, and it's very much a lot of similar mechanic. The climbing mechanic is similar, especially. Without combat. It's fairly clunky compared to Breath of the Wild, but it gave me a sense of wonder and a sense of like place that only Breath of the Wild, that the only other game I can think of that gave me that is Breath of the Wild. And I mean, any game that can compare to Breath of the Wild in my book is worth commending. And yeah, this is it was just a pleasure to exist in the world of Sable this year. It's also important to say that the music was made for Japanese Breakfast, was made by Japanese Breakfast, so if you're a fan of her, you should really check it out. And even if you don't know her, you should really check it out. Ew, grenade. So, yeah, that's gonna be the end. I'm just gonna go see the shopkeeper, and it's gonna be the end of this playthrough. I'm sorry if I was a little,
What are you selling?
I don't know, a little off, but again, it's the second time I tried to do this video. It's me rambling, it's part of the fun that I ramble like crazy, but playing this game is complicated.
What are you buying? Is that all? Thank you. Is that all? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, trying to play this game while talking is complicated. It's part of the fun. I hope you like the thing. Again, I did a podcast. If you want to know more about the video game I played this year, I did a podcast that is on my website. This is the second video of a series. The first video it was about my favorite music of 2021. Sorry, this one's a little late about my favorite game. I'm gonna try to ramble about other subject maybe some other time. Also, there's always the me reading Virgin Wolf videos, and I'm gonna soon talk more about my video game and where my video game is. I shall try to not forget to shoot that next time, but that's gonna be next time. And if you liked it, please like and subscribe, and we'll talk later. See ya!